back with another one by popular demand. I wasn't going to do this. I just had one particular topic that I wanted to expound on, give my expert opinion on, and the people said they wanted more. So who am I not to oblige? So here I am with another one. A few topics that was presented to me. People wanted me to talk about. One of them being immigration and mass deportation. Whoa, that's a big one. Whoa, and the fact that right now there's a lot of conflicts between Mexican people that are getting deported, or Mexicans period, and African Americans. And I think a lot of times people really don't understand that come to this country. They really don't understand like the social, political, economical history of this country and the people that are here. So what people don't really realize, or they're not privy to, or they just don't know because they go off what they was taught in school, and they never picked up a book outside of school and try to learn anything else outside of that. Or maybe they didn't even go to school, or maybe their schools they went to was a third world country school that didn't have no walls. I don't know. But a lot of people don't know that Indians weren't the only people that were here when the Europeans came here. Columbus and all them guys came on the ships and all that. There was black people already here. So you guys probably didn't know that. A lot of people didn't know that. Yeah, we were already here when they came here. And when, they begin to, make slavery legal, they begin to take people and steal their freedom and put them in bondage. Now, I'm not saying that there wasn't people that came over here on the slave ships. There was thousands, millions of people that came over here on the slave ships. I'm not saying that. But there was people, black people, that were already here. They were aboriginal. So don't think that everybody here that is black came from slavery. And even so, African Americans, I'm gonna differentiate, because it seems like now, like, everybody's black. Kamala Harris is black. It's like everybody's black now. I guess being black is cool. Like, it's cool now, So everybody wants to be black, or they're black when it's convenient for them. So I'm gonna differentiate and say African Americans. When I say that, I'm talking about the people who were here, who come from the lineage of slaves, or the lineage of the Aborigines that were already here. So African Americans, we are invested in this country. We have equity in this. It's like we got stock. We ain't, now please, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not, that's not my intent. But we did not come over here in a banana boat. We didn't come on an inner tube. We ain't jump out of a plane with a parachute and come here. We ain't climb over no big ass wall. We didn't do none of that. We were already here. And what my ancestors did, I don't think they get credit for. I really don't. They don't get credit for what they did. They didn't go somewhere else that was a better place and live off the fruit of those individuals' labor who have created that country or created that social, political, economical structure. They didn't do that. They stayed here. They fought in every war, on the front line. I'm talking about like the war. Oh, we're going to war. Oh, Germany, yeah. Throw the niggas on the front line. Every war, civil war, whether it's the North or the South, we're on the front line. So we was in every war fighting for this country, whether it was in our best interest or not. We fought, died for equality, to be treated equal. Not even to, have the upper hand. This to be treated equal. Because at one point in time, if you were black, you weren't allowed to drink from the same water fountain as a white person. You wasn't allowed to go to the same bathroom as a white person. And actually, if somebody white was walking on the street, you had to get on. If they were walking on the curb, pardon me, you had to get on the street out their way and put your head down, keep your eyes down. You know, and it was a time where it was just mass hanging, where they would hang black people in the square, and a bunch of white people would get around and celebrate, clap. All the kids are clapping and having a party, and they're throwing a rave, and yeah, we're killing some more niggers and hanging on the trees and stuff like that. So my ancestors went through a lot, but they didn't leave. They didn't, you had some that fled to Canada, that ran, and then you had some who were Garveyites that followed Marcus Garvey, that actually went back to Africa and to a place that's now called Liberia. They went there, but the mass majority stayed here. They worked hard, they toiled, they fought, they protest, they changed laws. They did all of that. You know what I mean? Like, if you just came to this country a couple years ago, 10, 20, 30 years ago, whatever the case may be, and you got kids, and your kids are going to the great schools, and your kids have some type of melanin, some little bit of color, that's because a black man felt that his daughter shouldn't receive an inferior education because of the color of his skin. So he actually sued the Board of Education. His name was Oliver Leon Brown, I believe. You probably heard of the case law, Brown versus the Board of Education. Brown was a black man. That's just one of many cases that I probably could bring up. I'm just choosing not to. I'm not really. That's not really the purpose of my post right now. It's really not. But it's to let you know that black people, we're invested in this country. So whenever you got some stock, you won't see nobody fucking your stock up. You got money invested in that stock. You want to make sure that shit do good. So we have stock in this country. We want to make sure this country do good. So, you're talking about mass deportation to get them out of here. You got the Mexicans talking about, the blacks are lazy, the blacks this, blacks are that. Listen, it's time for you to go. You came over here, you reap the benefits of what African Americans have established over here for people of color, for like you, if you got color. Like, we established that. Back in the days when people were protesting, or even back in the days when you had white water fountains and black water fountains. If you look at the old pictures and footage, all I see is black people over here. I don't see Indians. I don't see Latinos. I don't see Mexicans. I don't see no Chinese. I don't see none of that. All I see is black people over here and whites over here. So don't try to come here and act like, you guys did something. You didn't do anything, really. You really didn't do anything. And it's disrespectful to black heritage for you guys to feel like we don't have any say-so on what goes on here. We established this for people of color. We have created the successful environment that you're in right now was nice, and you could be anything you want to do and achieve anything as a person of color. African Americans have established that for you. So we're not saying pay homage, and no, but be respectful. Just be respectful. That's all I'm saying. Be respectful, man. I'm an American. I'm an African American. I am. So when I see people and they got different flags and a windshield, or they're running around with the Mexican flag, or they're running around with the Puerto Rican flag. If you feel that strong about that flag, if you feel so proud about that flag, then maybe you should go back to that country. Go back to the origin of that flag and make that country a better place. Instead of being in a foreign land representing or pledging allegiance to a different country. That sounds like treason to me. That'd be like me going to China, and I'm over there with the American flag waving it around, and what you think is gonna happen to my black ass over there? But America has gotten so liberal. I'll say that people just do what they want and feel what they want, and it's just all right. But that's not all right, man. It's not. It's really not all right. If you really feel that strong about that flag or where you're from, do what my ancestors did. Make it a better place to live. Where you don't gotta flee from extreme poverty. You don't have to flee from cartels. Make your country a better place. Instead of coming here and then want to look down on black people, African Americans. How dare you? That doesn't even sound right. So now when African Americans are on the bandwagon like, yo, get them out of here, deport them, everybody want to be upset. I don't know how. I don't know how you feel like that. We are American, man. We made the opportunities here for people of color. There's so many landmark cases I could just state right now. I'm not even gonna even get into that. Like I said, that's not the purpose of this post. It's not. Like I said, I'm not. Please don't take this as hate. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not. The person that I love most in this world is half Latino, half black. That's my son. I love him more than anything on this planet. So I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Latino people. I just want you to realize what's really, really going on here. And back in the day when African Americans was fighting politically, socially against white people, just to be treated equal, to have an equal share, to not have to go to a restaurant and then go to the back door of the restaurant to get food while whites just go right through the front door and get served. We fought for that. Or getting on a bus and because you're black, you gotta sit in the back of the bus while white people sit up front. You heard of Rosa Parks? Yes. Black woman. Got off of work, sat in the front of the bus. They told her to move. She was gangster. She like, I'm not getting up. I gotta work. My feet hurt. I'm not going nowhere. They're like, man, a white lady's getting on the bus. She wants that. So you gotta get up. And she's like, I'm not going nowhere. You better call the cops. Gangster. Gangster. There is no recorded history in America of Mexicans doing that, Latinos doing that, Asians doing that. No, that was all black people that did that. All black. Fought against that racist structure. And we're still fighting against that. And then you got the nerve to try to come at us. And it's funny how, don't me wrong, I have some good comrades that are Latinos, that really my brothers. You know what I mean? Not all of them. I just said some. Because you have a lot that are two-faced, that are snakes. They try to feel like, I'll say social snakes, so to say. Cause they want to feel like, oh, I can roll with the blacks when I want to, but then, oh, most of the time I'm Puerto Rican or I'm Dominican or yeah. Cause the crazy part is I have a manager at my job who told another Spanish employee, yo, we gotta stick together because the blacks are sticking together. Now this is a manager. This is a person who is in a position of power that is saying this. And we've been noticed that he has a tendency of firing black people at alarming rates. He's so unknowledgeable that he doesn't know all he's doing really is just upholding white systemic racism and white supremacy. But he doesn't know that because he's so ignorant. He never took time out to study history. So all he's doing is just upholding that, which is in contradiction to him because he's a person of color. Yes. So I don't know how you guys feel like it's us versus y'all. Y'all was never the enemy. You was never the antagonist. You was never the rival. You guys wasn't. So I don't know if you feel like we are to you. Why is that? How do we come into conflict? How was that? Please explain that to me. If somebody can, get in the comments and explain that to me. I would definitely appreciate that. I don't know where that came from at all. And like I said before, when we was protesting, having sit-ins and stand-downs and marches and lay-downs and all that, I don't recall seeing Pablito over there, Fernando, Chino. I don't recall seeing none of them niggas over there. It was just us. So all I'm saying, man, just put a little bit of respect on our name, please. That's all I'm asking, man. Put a little respect on our name, man. So when you see African Americans who are on the side of mass deportation of people who are not even supposed to be here, don't get mad. Don't feel no type of way about that. Because, do you know who's more American than the hillbilly with the cowboy hat that's going, yeah, let's get him, boss? And do you know who's drives a 4x4 truck? Do you know who's more American than him? African Americans. I'll let that settle in. Until next time, guys.